We live in one-bedroom apartments in New York City. What can we say? We, you know, do you use HelloFresh? Do you,
Yeah, that was it. Like, I said hi, she goes, hey, that was really funny. See ya.
Beyonce and I are really good friends.
Uh-huh.
I mean, really, 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 really good friends.
Here we go.
I'm going out with my sister. My sister's in town. She came with me last night to the Globes. Gosh, we had fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she had so much fun.
Yeah, she must. Well, that was your first time at the Globes too, right?
Yes.
Now, that's quite a time to be your first time there.
I mean, the table that we were at, well, you're there.
Yeah, I was there.
You are to me, you know, everything. And then Portia, everything. And then we had Carol Burnett, you know, American legend, everything. And then there was also Beyonce and Jay-Z at the table.
Right.
Which, I mean, they're the king and queen of America.
They are.
They were unbelievably gracious, but my sister and I found out that we were going to be at their table and started panicking and making a list of like, well, what can we say? We live in one-bedroom apartments in New York City. What can we say? We, you know, do you use HelloFresh? Do you, what kind of a milk do you like to drink? You know, and so, but, so my sister went right over and had this balls of steel and just was great. And Beyonce was so nice, and I was just such a. I just pretended I had something on my pants and was sort of like... So I blew it.
But you meet so many every week on SNL. There's some huge person hosting and doing sketches with you.
Not
I mean,
Beyonce.
Oh,
we all know that's different.
Right.
We all know.
Yeah. You might want to bring Beyonce. Do you know Beyonce?
No.
Have you met Beyonce?
Actually, I have, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is a long time ago. We were vacationing in the island somewhere, and there's this thing called the flying fish, where this boat kind of drags this blow-up fish thing, and you go up 20 feet in the air, and you crash. So I went up there, I did it, and she was watching us with my parents, watching us do this thing, and I crashed pretty hard. I, like, wipe out. It was pretty awesome. And my mom told me this. She asked my mother if I was okay. So we are forever connected.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. But she didn't ask if you were okay. She just asked your mom.
About me, though.
Yeah,
She asked if I was okay through my mom.
Through your mom.
So really, she was already working mom.
I see. I see. All right. Jay-Z, watch out. That's So you're a huge fan, and I heard that you can't even get tickets to go see them in concert.
It's crazy, right?
Doesn't your father have connections? I mean, how do you not, you're not able to get tickets?
I've been trying. My sister actually got some tickets for, I think, the upcoming show this next month, but I can't. I'm 0 for 3. And I'm like, totally like, I'm Beehive. I'm all day.
Look what I got you.
Whoa! What?
Yes! That is the first time I ever met her, right there. That was it. That was it.
Okay, so how do you get Beyonce to do this? And had you met her before?
I had never met her before. I won't even tell you what I had to do to essentially get her assistant's like phone number or text. I was texting her, and I didn't even have the intention of her coming. It was a whole ploy to get permission to do something, because I had gotten through like the grapevine that Jenna was going to bring out Paula, and I was like, who can I bring out? I know like Beyonce's not gonna come, so I wanted to bring like a cardboard cutout of Beyonce out, just to be funny. And then ultimately, I ended up having to meet Beyonce, doing Beyonce, and that was definitely the most terrifying thing I've ever done.
So you hadn't rehearsed. She just, when you were doing that, so she hadn't seen you look like that.
No, she's like Kaiser Soze. I don't know if you guys know who that is, like, but there's like, you know she exists, and like, but you never see her until like, all of a sudden you're just like, it happened, wait, that was her, right? And then you always know that she's somewhere in the world that can reach out and touch you. And it's really...
Very sweet. Yeah. And then she left right afterwards?
Yeah, that was it. Like, I said hi, she goes, hey, that was really funny, see ya. And, but she did text afterwards, and she was like, hey, I would love to like meet you guys and hang out when you're not looking like me. And so terrifying.
Yeah. So you were saying that if you ever met Beyonce, that she would file a restraining order, and then you did meet her.
Yes, the last time I was here, yeah. So I met Beyonce a year ago at the Grammys. She was very, very pregnant at the time. And so during the commercial break, I was like, this is my chance, you know, not stalkery at all. I'm like, this is my chance. And I go up and everyone is surrounding Beyonce because she's Beyonce. And DJ Khaled is there. Then I kind of poke my head around. And I'm like, just to get her, you know, to see if she sees me. And then she sees me and her face lights up and she's like, somebody help me up, somebody help me up. She's pregnant. And she gets up and she's like, oh my God, it's so good to meet you. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, it's so good to meet you. I love you. I've loved you since Destiny's Child. She's like, I know. and I was like, the first time I met your old stylist, Ty, I was in Central Park and I was doing the choreography to Deja Vu and I didn't even know he was your stylist. She's like, I know, I heard. So she'd been getting reports, apparently, over the years, you know? It's like the presidential daily brief, but it's like Beyonce.
Yeah. It's Lavern's brief with Beyonce.
Lavern's brief with Beyonce. So she knew, she was so sweet. She was so amazing, and she was so amazing. She asked me to model for her activewear line, Ivy Park. Did you guys see that?
That's amazing. Yes, I heard that.
Crazy.
So she's your boss now.
So yeah, for the season. I think it's done after, because it was autumn, winter, so I think she's no longer my boss now.
I see.
So I think it was just for autumn, winter. Well, it's still winter, so
Yeah.
I guess Beyonce's still my boss.
So we saw each other at the Golden Globes.
We did.
And you were at the table kind of right next to us.
Yes.
And I didn't know this because I was backstage doing press for a long, long time.
You were.
Turns out you were borrowing a lot of our beverages.
Well, you know, guys, I didn't know it was like a BYOB thing.
Well, no, Beyonce and Jay-Z were at our table, and they bring their own champagne.
Well,
But how did you end up getting their champagne?
Well, I just noticed that they were having champagne, and we had run out of water at our table.
Oh, no, you ran out of water.
So I was thirsty, and so was Aniston, who was sitting next to me, and I was like, well, Jay-Z seemed to have a giant bottle of champagne, and I was like, excuse me, Jay-Z? Because that's...
What's his name?
Excuse me, Jay-Z? That's how they say it.
Do you speak French all of a sudden?
A little bit of French, yes.
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z? Pardon? Can I have some champagne? And he was like, yeah, do you want some champagne? I was like, yes, I do, because clearly he brings the good stuff.
But it's his own, it's their own. They
Guys,
have their own
I
champagne.
came to find this out. And then afterwards, he sent me a whole case of it.
Yes, he sent me a case also. Don't act like you're the special one. We all got cases.
We did?
I think so. Well, we got a case, and then I found out you got a case. And then Beyonce sent me clothes, and she sent you clothes.
No, she sent me clothes.
Okay.
And then I was like, I think Ellen might like these, and then she sent them to you. Because Beyonce and I are really good friends. I mean, really, 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 really good friends.
Here we go.
And, I mean, in fact, you might say best friends.
Really?
Some might say that.
What? I think you would say that.
I mean, I've known her a really long time, and I was like, you know what, you guys, you gotta be nice to Ellen because she's really important in our business, and you should probably send her some champagne because she won a big award at the Golden Globes, so that was like me just sort of reaching out to make sure that you didn't feel left out.
Thank you so much for doing that. Do you text with Beyonce often?
All the time.
When's the last time?
But I just have like a little bee emoji at my phone because I don't want people to know. I'm texting.
When's the last time you talked to her?
And you know, at the Oscar party.
You haven't texted her since?
I haven't texted her, but you know, we DM each other on the Insta.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because she follows me.
What's happening with your hair? What's going on there?
Nothing.
All right.